Alright, nerds, it's time to take a look at some stats. It's time to see what's there. Marth is especially beautiful right now. Oh my goodness, he's ready to go, and he's going to be super exciting. I hope you're ready and raring to go for all that fun stuff. So, let's take a look at their stats. Let's see where everything, stacks up when it comes to stats. And before we begin, I just want to say thank you to our data miners, of course. Naz, Kaz, Zanuck, as always. You guys do such a great job. Such a great job. And as always, check them out in the description below for their data mine, because there's a lot more in there that I can't compress into a video, at least not well enough. So, let's take a look at the stats, let's see what's going on, and boop. Alright, so, the one thing I really wanted to pay attention to was Ninian. So we're going to save Ninian for last. I'm going to instead look at Lon'qu and Tharja and just give you an idea. So, Lon'qu, she is... oh boy, that was a whole world of, weirdness that I'm not going to delve into, but her stats are definitely quite high. Not only that, but you need to remember that her tome also grants her another additional 3 attack on top of her, of course, already 14 might that's going to be added to her attack, and if you happen to get her in a boon there as well, it's probably going to go even higher, so yeah. 30 speed is decent, and of course, from there, you have basically what I assume is a normal flyer type of, build. High res, low defense, and some decent HP, which, seeing that she's a tome unit, not too bad. And a flyer tome is always a little bit of a bonus. Now, from there, Tharja, yeah, those are the stats that I imagined she would have. Not only does she have excellent speed, she also has excellent attack, and of course her tome also gives her a bit more speed, so she doesn't really need to worry too much about that. You could build her in any stretch, and of course, she doesn't have to worry about arrows, I'm sure, unlike, the other two that are included with this banner, because remember, the other two are flyers. So, yeah. All in all, those two look really good. They look like they can be extremely strong, especially if you're going for any sort of flyer build. So I don't see any reason not to use them, at least for Lon'qu. For Tharja, she's going to be a strong tome unit no matter what. And I could definitely see her working very, very well in any circumstance that you may need that red tome unit for. So, it's always good to see another red tome unit that's actually incredibly strong within, attack and speed, because we've been kind of lacking that a bit lately. Next up, I'm just going to say, Ninian, ouch. I knew this was going to happen. I knew that her BST would not be very strong. And that seems to follow suit as, the other ranged dancers have come along. Because, again, when it comes down to these units, you need to remember that, 1, they get lower BST if they're ranged, and 2, they get lower BST if they're dancers. So technically, mixing those two together is always kind of a weird result. And of course, with this, Ninian has 28 attack, 18 defense, and 27 res. And I believe her total BST is somewhere around 140. Which, if I recall correctly, Shigure, performing arts Shigure is around 139, 138? I can't recall correctly, but she's fairly low down there. But, again, that's just kind of coming with the territory. So if you're going for Ninian, you're mostly probably only going for her for the dance and the occasional ability to, of course, attack from a range. You don't want her, getting hit by any sort of archers or anything, of course. That's just kind of common sense. Alright, so let's move on to the next character that we're all ready and waiting to see. That, of course, is Marth. Altean Groom Marth. Now, from what I could tell with his weapon, at least from what I've seen, his weapon seems to give him something very similar to Ninian. Instead, it's Hone Attack, where if they're by or adjacent to an ally, they will gift attack instead of speed, which was Ninian's tome. So, all in all, that's not too terribly bad, as long as he's near his allies, and based on his stat spread, it's not too bad either. 36 speed, 40 health, 30 defense, and 20 res is a solid lineup for a free-to-play unit, and I think that will be definitely something nice to have along the way. Granted, that Hone Attack weapon gonna be pretty nice, so he gives +4 attack to himself as well, so, hey, I mean, it works out. It's not as strong as I was hoping, but, I mean, he looks pretty dashing, don't you guys think? Do tell me what you think in the comments. That's about it for now. We'll be going over everything else when it comes to Tempest Trials, summoning, and all that other fun stuff very soon. I hope you guys are as excited for this banner, and of course for your Altean brides. I mean, your Altean groom and brides. Yeah, that's what I meant. Alright, nerds. Catch you later. God, Martha's beautiful. What the hell? Delicious.